Hey, it's your boy DJ Wolf here again on the beautiful Wednesday afternoon. I'm so glad that I was able to get through another workout day. Although I didn't do much weight training, I did mostly cardio. Today was the day I was planning on doing cardio anyway. And for starters. And it worked out pretty good. I got my 60 minutes of the cardio. I should have done 90. I could have done another 30 minutes, but I said, "Damn, I'm gonna cut it short today." But the good thing is, since I've been in this gym, I lost another 3 pounds. So I'm down. Well, really, I was down officially since I started on Nutrisystems, and this is the honest truth. I started on Nutrisystems around June 1st at 273 pounds. I'm now officially down to 258 pounds. Here's why. Number one, I followed the Nutrisystem plan. This plan actually works. I've been doing it for almost 2 months. It really be 2 months next week, but it really works. And you don't have to even do it with Nutrisystem. I mean, I'm learning more and more. You don't even have to do it with Nutrisystem. And you can actually modify what you do. Because I've done it. I went to 3 cookouts this year. 3, count them. 3 cookouts. Okay? Well, actually 4. No, I'll take it back. It was 3. I went to 3 cookouts this year. All of them occurred in the month of June. Okay. I'm trying to count because yeah. All 3 cookouts. I didn't eat crazy, but I ate. You know, I ate basically the basic stuff they had to cook out. I ate rib. I didn't eat hot dog though. I didn't eat a turkey burger or hamburger. But everything else was vegetables. I even ate a slice of cake in one of them. So, and still lost the weight. Here's how I did it. I ate in moderation. I didn't go out eating out of my gourd, piling the plate up as though it was gonna be your last supper. You know, a lot of us like to eat like that. We eat crazy. You know, we like to eat like, you know, it's like it's gonna be our last meal by piling up everything on top of the plate. You know, our bodies aren't made to eat like that. It's not. I'm realizing that more and more. That's why when you eat like that, and you eat like that on a regular, you're prone to weight gain and all kind of other problems, including diabetes, high blood pressure or hypertension, heart attacks, and everything else. You know, our bodies aren't built to do that. You just aren't. You shouldn't eat like that. You know, our stomachs, but so big. You know, and in essence, by your stomach not being that big, you shouldn't be eating that much. You know, honest and truth, man. Honest and truth, man. You know, you gotta learn how to eat in moderation. In general, I'm learning more and more that you can eat the foods that you want to eat. Well, not all the foods that you want to eat. Let's put it like this. I mean, you could basically do it, but you can't do it like, for example, when you go to McDonald's, you know, they always want to supersize your food by give you double of everything. And really, you really hurt yourself. Honestly. You know, I'm learning I can eat with the minimal and still be happy. You know, last night I had a Nutrisystems meal that consists of it was like meatballs and sauce. And it was good. Wasn't a whole lot of them, but they were good. They were big, but they were good. And I supplemented with a side of mixed mixed vegetables. You know, well, like today I had mixed vegetables for lunch. It wasn't a Nutrisystem meal and a Nutrisystem snack bar. For breakfast, I had they call Nutrisystem cereal called Sweet Nose. They were really good too. I'm going to look them in the market someplace. They're like sweet and Cheerios. I had sweet cereal. It was called Sweet Nose Nutrisystem meal for breakfast, along with one banana, some blueberries, and milk. I think it was 2% or skim milk. Well, anyway, it was light milk, and I had one bowl. Pretty much the equivalent of what I needed. Less than 300 calories. That's all I needed. And I was just as content. I really was. I wasn't even that hungry after that. I hadn't got hungry till lunchtime. And lunchtime I went to the cafeteria and got a side of mixed vegetables. I was going to actually eat my ham and bean soup, which was a Nutrisystem packaged lunch and snack. Well, I just had I just supplemented the ham and bean soup, which is actually very good. I might have tomorrow for the mixed vegetables. They were just as good. It was, matter of fact, they were mixed roasted vegetables. They were very good. It was roasted cauliflower with roasted carrots, 2 potatoes, and that was my minimum. I wasn't going to eat too much starch. Just 2 potatoes. And I think a little squash. That was it. Just as content. And a Nutribar snack. That was it. You know? So you have to eat moderation. If you really want to really clamp down and lose some weight, you got to make that sacrifice. Sacrifice is the number one thing that will get that weight off quicker than anything. Sacrifice and determination. You know how I know? About 10 years ago. That's a true story. About 10 years ago, I was overweight. I joined the gym. And it happened also in 2003 too, but 2003, 2004. For 2 months straight, I lived in the gym. Lived in the gym for 2 months straight. Okay. And I don't mean damn near. I was in the gym almost every day. I had lost over 40 pounds in 2 months. Won't you do it? Tell him, real talk. In 2 months. Don't tell me it cannot happen. You know? Don't tell me you can't do it. Okay? My wife is on a plan, it's not Nutrisystem. She's on a similar plan. It's a little bit different from Nutrisystem. And she lost 15 pounds already. Around the same time I lost my 15, she lost 15. You know? Don't tell me you can't lose weight. You can lose the weight. You can do it. Don't tell me, well, it's hard eating healthy because it's more expensive. Well, it's also harder trying to pay medical bills for reasons that you could avoid by doing this. You know? We as black people especially, we gotta stop making excuses about losing weight. We just gotta stop it. You know? Don't get me wrong, I like eating my ribs, I like eating my fried chicken, I like eating my hamburger. And like I said, I went to 3 cookouts this year, and what did I eat? A rib, a couple of ribs, fried chicken, hamburger. And you know what? I still lost the weight. Because I ate in moderation. I didn't go out there trying to eat 3 pieces of chicken, 2 hamburgers, and a bunch of ribs. Oh, that don't sound bad, but I'm just saying. But seriously though, you know, you have to eat in moderation. You can't sit there, you know what's going to come. You know nothing can come good of what you're going to eat when you don't eat right. You know, you got to eat in moderation. You can have a little less, you can have a little less. You just can't go out there and go overboard. And if you want to maintain a good body and weight loss, you have to make that sacrifice. I'm telling you, the sacrifice must be met in order for you to maintain the weight loss. You have to. It's in essence, it's a lifestyle change. It truly is. You know, it truly is. What the hell that? But yeah, the lifestyle change has got to happen, man. If you don't deal with the lifestyle change to lose the weight, you're going to have problems. If you ain't willing to make the sacrifice, you're going to have problems. If you don't start eating healthy, you're definitely going to have problems. Especially when you get around my age. You know, I'm going to tell you this right quick. I was laying in my bed one night, and I think I had, I don't know what we ate that day, I don't even remember. But man, I had the most devastating pain I ever had in my life. And it was in my lower chest. And I don't know, it almost felt like a heart attack. And I'm like, you know what? I gotta make a change. This happened about a month and a half before I got on Nutrisystem. Now, I will say this. Nutrisystems is a good program. Man, a very good program. You gotta watch your sodium count with Nutrisystem. I'm gonna tell you right up front. Since I've been on Nutrisystem, I actually had to get back on my hypertension medication. Okay? So I kind of watch what I eat with Nutrisystem. You have to really watch it. Because and that's the only thing about that. You know, but you do have to watch it. I mean, you know, you just can't go around eating a high content of sodium, and that's with any food, because most foods have a certain amount of sodium in it anyway, whether it be Nutrisystems or McDonald's. You know, and I try to tend to eat at least 3 vegetables and fruits a day. You know. They really recommend you eat 4 servings of them. You know, so I have eaten at least 3. I'm going to eat, matter of fact, I ate 2 today. 1 serving of fruit, 1 serving of vegetables. I'm going to eat another serving of vegetables when I get home. So, really best that you do that. And I personally recommend that you do. I personally recommend that you take better care of yourself. And, of course, get a doctor's recommendations on how to do that. By all means. My doctor told me unequivocally, get back to getting exercise and walking. He specifically told me that, and that's what I'm doing, based on my doctor's recommendations for my health. You know, I didn't want to get back on the I didn't originally want to get back on the meds again, but although it's only 1 med that I'm taking for my hypertension, but that's it. But the last time I was on it, I actually lost weight. And I'm on it right now. I've lost 3 pounds. So it's just a matter of watching what you eat, exercise regularly. Even if it's just for 30 minutes a day, exercise. Exercise. That's what you're supposed to do anyway. That's what keeps the heart ticking. That's what keeps your body moving. You know. That's what dropped the pounds. But it's a combination. I mean, but I will say this, you could exercise to your heart's content and not lose weight. Okay? So you have to take your diet under consideration. You know, you really seriously do, and you really need to watch what you eat. You can't sit there and work out, and then go out and eat McDonald's all day and thinking it's going to be okay. No, that's not how that's going to work. Trust me. That's not how that works. As a matter of fact, I don't even recommend you do that. You gotta change your lifestyle. People. I had a girl one time. This girl. Well, I wasn't with the girl, but this girl I worked with one time. She was like, and this is when I started back 20 some odd years ago. I started back. When the first diet I ever was on was the Hilton Head diet, and I lost 25 pounds in about, I think about a month and a half, 2 months, something like that. she lost, she said, I lost weight before. I've been on a diet before. I lost weight, but then I gained it on back. And I told her even then, it's a lifestyle change. You have to change your eating habits. You can't go back to eating the same stuff as you did before. And that's what she was trying to tell me. She wanted to go back to eating the same thing she was eating before. They just going to keep the weight off. It's not how it works. You can't go back doing the same thing. There's no going back. Once you get a certain age, your metabolism slows down. In other words, your metabolism has a plateau that it reaches. Okay? Now, you can regenerate that metabolism back by cutting back on what you eat, and that will help you lose the weight. But you can never go back to eat the same method in the same way that you ate before. Those days are done. Those days are over with. I try to tell my son who's 25, I said, you can't go back and eat all that stuff. I'm telling you right now, you better watch what you eat right now. He just eat like Bam Bam, but he don't hardly work out. I said, but you start getting your ass back in the gym. And that's going to catch up with you. I told him. And it will catch up with him. You think it's a joke, but I told him I'm not playing. It's real talking point. He came in my house the other week, I usually ate 3 sausages. Now it's recommended that I can eat 3 brown sugar turkey sausages, links, which I love. And it's 100 calories. Now that's a tip that for me and you that you can actually do. But that's it. That's your maximum. 3 turkey sausages, all right, brown syrup equals 100 calories. All right. If you don't believe me, look in the package. The package tells you just that. 2 sausage patties, brown syrup turkey sausage patties, are 90 calories. So, to be straight up with you, you can actually go by the recommended servings and still lose the weight. But you have to go by the recommended serving. You can't go over it. That's why they have recommended serving sizes. All right. Well, this Bama ate about a half a dozen. And I know I see about at least 6 or 7 that he put in there that he just cooked up. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? I mean, but if he burns it off, but otherwise, but on the serious note, I don't condone that, because even at his age, he's susceptible to certain health conditions when you eat unhealthy like that. And I told him that. At some point, you gotta listen to your body. You got to. You just got to. I know for myself, I have to listen to my body. Because eating all that stuff now ain't good for you. Supersizing is a thing of the past for me. And I'm being totally honest. I will never go back to eating that kind of stuff anymore. Well, let me rephrase that. I'll never go back to eating that kind of stuff anymore like I used to do. That's a done deal. I won't do that no more. Nah, buddy. I can't. The reason why I can't, my body cannot conform to eating like that anymore because of my metabolism. My metabolism is not what it used to be, and it'll probably never be like that ever again. But that's fine with me. I just got to learn to adjust my body to the conditions my body is set up to endure now, and to keep enhancing and conditioning my body so that I'll be able to, maintain a healthy lifestyle in terms of my eating habits, and not eat my mind out of my mind, eating junk food anymore. Can't do it no more. Those days are done. And for your older people, remember what I said: get that junk food eating habits out your head. About 3-4 years ago, we had a church friend came over, and she brought her granddaughter over. So she looked over there. I was like, well, let me see what y'all got in y'all cabinet. So I'm like, okay. And she's like, y'all ain't got no cookies, no cake, no pot, nothing? Like, no. Dang is right. Yeah, we don't be eating all that stuff. We don't eat all that junk. The only thing that one of the few things I will eat is, I sometimes do eat every now and then when I go to Subway, is Sun Chips. I've been eating Sun Chips for the last 20 some odd years, almost 30 years. I started eating them back in about 1990. And I'm going to tell you, I never went back to eating regular potato chips after that. I shit you not. I never went back to eating regular potato chips. The only ones I had was like the ketchup potato chips. Those were good. I've been having them a long time. Matter of fact, I don't even think they sell them anymore. Because I looked for them in stores over the last few years. I don't even think they sell them, at least not in the regular stores. But then I don't buy them either. But beyond that, I've never eaten regular potato chips after that. If they ain't Sun Chips, I don't touch them. And some chips, the Sun Chips at the time were just starting to really get popular in the early 90s. No one was eating Sun Chips like that. They weren't the big deal they are now. Seriously. Can't believe this. Can't believe that's all the mail I got there. Interesting. But, yeah, Sun Chips was like the big deal back in the day. Ain't quite the big deal they are now. Now they're a huge deal. Everybody, ain't too many places I go to. People don't serve it at parties. Well, maybe some places, but they're good. They're flavorful. Now, if you eat too many of them, they can add calories to your diet as well. But the thing about Sun Chips, you don't need so many to eat to fulfill your calorie count without going overboard. But they are good. I love them. All right, guys. Well, this is DJ Wolf telling you to stay afloat, stay woke, watch your weight, man. You don't have to go on Nutrisystems, but get on some type of diet plan with a doctor's recommendation first, of course. All right, this is DJ Wolf. That's all I got to say. Of course, questions and comments, I can be reached at for all to hear at gmail.com, for all to hear on YouTube, for all to hear on Twitter, DJ Wolf Online Facebook, for all to hear on Facebook, and DJ Wolf Live at yahoo.com. All right, guys, it's DJ Wolf. That's all I got to say. I got more stories like this on the back burner. I will talk to you later.